So, like many of you, I was a participant in that childhood ritual called the Instrument Rental Program in elementary school, yes. And it seemed obvious because I was a musical prodigy. And when I say prodigy, I mean out of the 40 or so kids in my elementary school class, I was maybe one of 3 that already knew how to play a musical instrument. My parents had made me start taking violin and piano lessons at the age of 4 using the Suzuki method, if anyone knows what that is. And my dad, he was an engineer, like really cheap. So he had a slide rule and this differential equation he used to figure out how many hours I had to practice to pay off the instruments. I spent a lot of time on that piano. I chose to play the flute. It came in a little case, it was like a little purse. And my dad vetoed my first choice, which was the trumpet. Par for the course, I practiced a lot. And it came as no surprise to anyone that I was awarded the solo in the 6th grade Christmas concert. Thank you. Mrs. Cadleb was the music teacher, and she selected my program for that evening. It was the 1972 hit by Sammy Davis Jr., The Candyman. You know it. Who can take a sunrise, sprinkle it with dew? Come on. So we practiced and rehearsed so much, I knew not only my part, but Mrs. Cadleb's part too. The big night arrives. I'm wearing my fancy new outfit. It's a milk chocolate brown corduroy skirt and matching jacket, a red and brown striped rugby shirt, tights, and clogs. I said I was a musical prodigy, not a fashion prodigy. I get to spend the first half of the program playing with the band because my part's after the intermission. So after the intermission, Mrs. Cadleb calls me out on stage and introduces me to everyone, and she starts to play the intro, and I get ready, and I come in, and the notes are perfect, and it's beautiful, except I came in at the wrong time. So my part is off with Mrs. Cadleb's part. So she stops and has me stop and gets up and says to all of my friends and family, Dara's made a small mistake. We're going to start over again. And so we do, and everything is fine. And that's when I feel it. A sort of moist warmth in my pelvic area that's kind of comforting and kind of horrifying. Now it's 6th grade. We'd also done another rite of passage, the sex ed class. So I think to myself, oh my God, I'm becoming a woman on stage. Except that wasn't it. I can feel the moistness, soak my undies, trace a little trail down my tights, make a pool in my clog. The solo finishes, and for whatever reason, nobody in the audience seems to notice. Like, they're all like, yay! I squish back to my seat in band. First chair, flute, thank you. And we've got another 20 minutes in the program. So I'm sitting there, wet undies, and I'm wearing corduroy. And for those of you who don't know, corduroy, the word stems from the Latin meaning absorbent like a sponge. So when I get up, there's a distinct wet spot on the back of my skirt. And again, you know, I must have been with a bunch of pagans or something, like they don't notice. And we all shuffle off stage and we're packing up our instruments and we're getting our coats on and we're going out to the lobby to meet our parents. And so I'm looking for my dad in the lobby, and you know, he's a big guy. He used to play football, so he's like really tall and broad-shouldered and kind of a commanding presence. And he's an engineer, and he has the social skills of a Rubik's Cube. So as I go up to him, he must have noticed something because he goes, "Jesus Christ, did you piss your pants?" quiet. And everybody looked at me. It took a few months to recover from the PTSD, but my musical career flourished, and I was involved in music throughout all of high school and college, but I was never given another solo opportunity. So ladies and gentlemen of Story Slam, as I leave the stage tonight, I would like to let you all know that there is currently no piss in my pants.
Dara, everybody.